Cheers! Welcome to my channel. This is a timely tarot oracle reading about random shift. If you resonate with the title and or the thumbnail, this is the perfect reading for you, delivered at the perfect time, courtesy of the universe through the language of synchronicity. This is a timely reading, so if you're watching it at this time, it is the perfect time for you. Having said that, if it's been a while since I posted this, what was going on in your life back then? That could give you further clarity as to your situation now. All right, so we have the Eight of Pentacles to begin the underlying energy from the bottom of the deck. So this is for the whole reading, and this is talking about the Pentacle energy. That's health, wealth, and happiness in the third dimensional world. It's represented by a coin because, of course, money is very important. This also represents the element of earth. So, this is about material matters. The thing is, you could have all the money in the world and you still maybe don't have your health or the love you want. So then you're not living the lifestyle you want. So this is more than just about money. It's about lifestyle. And then we have this energy here of the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups can mean a celebration. This is talking about these three people are not looking at each other while they're toasting each other. So they're actually toasting an event, something that happened, not each other. Sometimes this energy tends to be gossip and slander, but we will wait and see and not judge it until we know. The thing is that in many cultures, particularly in Europe, if you toast someone and you don't look them in the eye, then they have a big superstition there that it will give you 7 years bad luck in your love life, which kind of defeats the purpose because the cups are about love. And they can be regarding love that, for a romantic love, it could be love for someone or something. And it can also be love of someone or something that you love to be or do. Now, we have this card coming up here, down here, and that's why I'm feeling that this could be a third-party energy, but we will wait and see. We have the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is talking about, again, this pentacle energy, about having all the material needs that you would desire. This is quite often representing generational wealth. The thing is, the Queen is known for being resourceful, and if she's being resourceful, it's why when she comes from generational wealth. So this is she's known for being able to make something out of nothing, that type of energy. So this is talking about someone who was born in generational wealth or was to receive generational wealth, but for some reason they're at this point in their life having to be very resourceful, which is a good quality to have. This is about quality over quantity. So the Queen of Pentacles is not, this energy is talking about not flashy money. It's not new money. It would be more like someone who's been raised with old money, that has been raised with money, basically. And this is, not needing to flash it around, to have, to show off with or to impress anyone. So there could be some sort of energy here. I'm wondering, why does this Queen need to be so resourceful? And then we have this energy here, which is talking about Eight of Cups. So you notice here, there's 5 cups here, and then there's 2, a gap, and a third cup. Quite often this can represent, this is 8 cups. 8 cups is, there's only 10 in the tarot. So this represents walking away from something after putting like 8 cups of energy into it. 2 more and it would be the most energy you can put into something, the most love you can put into it. So this can represent walking away, and quite often this does represent that there was a third party in a romantic relationship, and either the person walked away to be with the third party, or or you walked away because there was a third party. This is talking also about the full moon and the new moon, and this is eclipse energy as well. So we don't know for sure yet. If you'll know if this is your reading, are you was your partner involved with a third party energy and you walked away from the relationship, Was that a romantic relationship, or this sometimes could represent something you love to be or do. So you might have had to walk away from some sort of work, that type of energy, because something happened. And it might be that with this gap here, it might be someone that, like a partner or someone that you were involved with. But definitely it's walking away from something that you love and or used to love, and now you are you're done. This is the DONE. I am done with this relationship, whatever it is. And then this is talking about 10 of Cups, and 10 of Cups is ultimate fulfillment in a perfectly imperfect world. Now, this may be representing, because you see the rainbow here, it's saying, okay, you have the beautiful home in the country, you have the perfect partner to share it with, the 2.5 children, you know, the pets, the neighbors, everything, the career is going, everything is lovely. But this is something that it's a promise of, and you don't quite have as of yet. And I feel like maybe you felt like you had this, or you are the third party and you wanted this, and you still, this is talking about it not being basically what you thought it was, that type of energy. We have the King of Wands. So the King of Wands energy, the King of Wands represents one of 4 kings in the tarot, and his element is the wand. It's made of wood. He's very passionate, and this represents passionate action. It also represents the deep root. It's from a tree, so it represents the deep roots of a tree, the ancestors, and the off branches here represent offspring. And he is a visionary. He's considered the sexiest king of the bunch, kind of guy you wouldn't kick out of bed for eating crackers. He's actually very charismatic, really good with his words, and fun to be with. Like, he's someone that, you know, he's generally a really fun individual, optimistic. He loves to tackle new projects and new ideas. In the back, you know, like, the thing is about him, out of all the kings, that he would be the most likely to settle down later in life if he does it all. This is someone that, you know, tends to play the field. His love of new discovery and new energy tends to bleed into his love life. And we see behind him, you know, there's this salamander running by, and then there's a salamander chasing its tail, and this lion energy. This actually represents protection from fire. And I noticed a while back, and now I just can't unsee it. It looks like there's 2 eyes and a mustache with smoke coming out of the nose and the mouth. And this could just say, hey, this king is smoking hot. Or there could say, where there's smoke, there's fire. So if there was a third party involvement, perhaps the King of Wands was involved in some way with that energy, because it's not unlikely. And then we also have the King of Cups. Interesting. So we have a King of Cups here. Now, the King of Cups generally will represent an energy of, of all the kings, he's considered the most stable when it comes to love. So that's kind of a dichotomy. So he's sitting out on the middle of his throne, sitting on this cement slab, and he has his right foot forward. So he is really, this is the water around him represents volatile emotions and maybe chaos in his life. So, or he might be sitting in the middle of some chaotic time. Now, I mean, if this is representing that there was a third party involvement, this could represent the Queen maybe stepped out with the King of Wands and was married to the King of Cups, or in a relationship with them. This energy could represent, the opposite. It could be any combination of these 3. these three parties here, that type of energy. But in any case, the King of Cups, generally, he is the most steady when it comes to matters of love, and he does have a cup of love that he wants to give. Now, this came up in a reading, a few readings back, and it turned out that these two showed up together, and then another king showed up, and it was like, what? Okay. And it was more like the King of Cups loved your cup more than, and wanted something that you had, like pentacle-wise. And you know, this energy, out of all the cards here, this is the underlying energy, and this is someone who's very focused on making money. And, you know, sometimes this energy can represent actually making money, like counterfeit, etc., that type of energy. So I'm not quite sure what's going on here. We have two kings and one queen. We do have someone walking away from the relationship. I feel like this is leaning towards you know, marriage or some sort of a relationship in that way, although it still could be something to do with a business or a business partner. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. So now we know why the Queen doesn't have as much money or as the lifestyle that she should have. It's because she's only has Four Pentacles here. And it's sitting between her and a third-party energy, I feel. Gossip, slander, that type of energy. This here is talking about the energy of two of you know, this one's talking about making money, and then this is the levels of making money. The rest of the cards in the Pentacles are all about lifestyle, and so this is you know, safe money, your heart's desires, and then going for your crowning glory. Now, this is saying that you have a strong foundation for making money, but right now all you have is enough to meet your bills and that type of energy. And you're not enough to go after your heart's desires, and certainly not enough to go after the crown and glory, which is, you know, when you're on your destined path and everything's falling into place. This person does have his back to the city here, and that sometimes represents having to leave your comfort zone. Sometimes this can be an energy of playing small, selling yourself short, being sold short sometimes, and you know, like not taking risks, like calculated risks, to be able to move forward, and, you know, expand your horizons, expand your financial abundance. But I'm kind of picking up, like, here we go again, like we have this energy of the Queen not having the resources that she should have, sitting on this energy. So let's see what's going on here. We have the High Priestess. Yes, we need to use our intuition to figure this out. So this is talking about the High Priestess is sitting between two pillars. And these pillars represent extremes. One extreme is like good, and the other one is evil. One is light and one is dark. One is Jesus and one is the devil. And in between here is all this information pouring in. And information equals energy. So this is talking about using your intuition to be able to separate the information, to get neutral enough to it, to take your emotion out of it, discipline your mind to be quiet so you can feel. And that's what the High Priestess does. She feels which of all the answers in this information is the correct answer. That would be the best one to move forward with. So this is talking about using your logic and your intuition to be able to come to a decision of many, many choices of which way to go in, or like all the different ways that this could turn out. It's that kind of energy. Almost like too much information to be able to make a decision. And then this is talking about the Hierophant. The Hierophant is traditional structure of justice coming in. And if your energy, like usually I take the first card out, this energy, like this can represent starting a project and working on it. and you only have one, you're on the 7th and you only have one left to go, or it can represent having started something and you're only on the 2nd and you have 6 to go. So you'll know that if this is your reading, you'll be able to, this is about lifestyle and making money. But both these cards, out of all the pentacle cards, there's 10 pentacle cards, and then there's the major, and then there's the face cards. These are the only 2 that are directly about making money. And so the Hierophant is coming in here, and he has his right hand in the form of a blessing. He is responsible for bringing a decision, a judgment that has been made in the spiritual realm down to planet Earth. And it's sitting in between these 2 kings. So this energy is talking about him, like if you were a religious person, this would be someone that would be in the traditional sense, in charge of your religion, like popes, cardinals, bishops, that type of energy, gurus, rabbis, someone someone at the top that you look up to, and they have authority to make decisions within the church. And then if you're more of a spiritual person, this would represent an energy of going inward through meditation and prayer, to be able to connect with source energy without an intermediary. So this is a direct connection to God himself, and then down, bringing that down into the traditional law systems, the court systems of planet Earth, basically. So this is talking about some form of justice coming in. A judgment has been called, and it's the Hierophant. When he shows up and his right hand is in the form of a blessing, if we're reading here and your energy is the Queen of Pentacles, then this is saying that there would be some sort of judgment coming in that regarding, I feel like, these missing pentacles. And there could have been some sort of illegalities here, like counterfeit or money laundering, or I don't know, all the different ways that people scams, whatever it is. And now you've walked away from a relationship, so you might have walked away from one of these kings. And most likely, if this is a third-party involvement, the first one that came up is this one. And there's another king here that wants to offer you a cup of love once you complete all of this process. Or this is the same king, well, let's see. Let's keep going and seeing. So we have 8 wands here. So this is happening really quickly. It's coming in fast. It's already been decided in the spiritual realm. The 8 wands represents actions that someone have taken, that the results are coming in quick now. And so you notice we have 8 wands here, and we have 8 cups. Yeah, so this is a little bit different reading. There's so many stories of what could have gone on here. Sometimes this can represent actual conception. If you think about the Sagittarius energy, which is fire, and in tarot, the wands represent fire. They represent the element of fire, and this is the wood, as I said. So sometimes this can represent also the Sagittarius energy, where the centaur shoots his arrows into the celestial sky, and they tung 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 tung, they land the target in perfect timing. So that could be something to do with the fire energy, shooting his wands, basically. Okay, let's keep going. Now we have here, if we go from the bottom, top, and back down, we have this energy here. They're celebrating, but I do feel that it has something to do with, they're celebrating that this relationship is split up, and maybe this third party wants to be with the King of Cups or the King of Wands energy. And then we have, there's less money coming in for sure. Well, when we get divorced, we have a tendency to have to split assets. And then we have this energy of use your intuition. There's something's coming in fast here right now. And I feel it's coming from the actions of the King of Wands, most likely, because of the wand energy here. And the Hierophant is in between. So there could be some, it's interesting. This energy could represent a pregnancy between these two, or these two. Something's going on here, very different. I can't really get a grip, but like sometimes that happens in these readings, especially with random shift, because there's not that many cards put out. If you will know, leave in the comment box below if this is your reading, like give us some clarity here. I'm going to clarify it, but and that might give it a lot more clarity, but the energy, if you're leaving the reading here and you know what this is about, just give us a quick comment below to say, yeah, no, I get it, because I don't. I mean, there's just so many versions coming in, so I can't really say which one it is, or which is typical of a general or collective reading. Take what works for you, leave the rest. Thank you for your time and energy. If you're leaving here, give it a like and comment if you receive some benefit from it. And I'm going to clarify now. So this is, sometimes when I'm doing these readings, these random shift readings, I'm thinking, this doesn't even make sense. I'm not even going to post it, but I'm going to post it. Just because I don't know what's going on doesn't mean that you don't. And I have learned that when I say this, there's always someone that contacts me and says, thank you, this is exactly the information I needed to know. So I'm just going to put it out there. I don't really need to know what it's all about, but I don't want to not put it out if it empowers someone in the collective here. So this is talking about working hard someone was very hard at work, focused on making money. And this could have been a lover that you had. This could have been, a like someone that you were married to, even that type of energy. This is talking about the expectations, having foolish expectations. So anytime you have expectations will create limitations. And, this energy is talking about kind of being on a foolish journey. So someone was thinking they weren't going to get caught. That's the expectation they had, I feel. And we have the energy of the third eye coming in here. This is talking about using your intuition to be able to figure out what's going on here. There might have been some sort of energy where you, it's sitting here in between these two, where maybe if we're reading for the Queen of Pentacles energy, that you felt that there was some sort of cheating going on with your partner. And, maybe you were correct here. But I just got this other energy coming in saying, what if the Queen of Pentacles was the third party energy? And she was with the King of Cups, and the King of Wands is the one that was cheated on. We shouldn't blame the King of Wands just because he's smoking hot doesn't mean that where there's smoke, there's fire. But maybe his partner was the Queen of Pentacles, and she was the one that was in a third party relationship. That could be with the King of Cups. That's feeling the strongest of them all. And of course, this caused a big transition in their relationship. Someone walked away from it. And it even could be saying that the third party energy thought that this person was going to marry them, and then found out, well, if they'll do it with you, they'll do it to you. So indifference, we're all in it together, that type of energy. But it ended up that maybe no one's with anybody anymore, if that makes sense to you. That's the energy I'm actually picking up. Having courage and strength to stay in your integrity, which didn't happen apparently. Maybe the king, but it's sitting right on the king. So the King of Pentacles or King of Wands may have been in his integrity, and this is having the courage to look at your shadow side and that. And maybe he was like ready for a relationship and thought that this was it. But then he walked away when he found out that the Queen of Pentacles was actually in a third-party relationship with the King of Cups, which is actually coming up pretty strong here. And then we have degradation. Yeah, it's talking about degrading the relationship, and and it's talking about taking the shame off him. Like he's like, hey, why do I always get the blame? The King of Cups can, be doing that kind of shift too, Okay, we agree. We're sorry if we prejudged you. And then we have, yes, the sun coming in. So this is talking about God is shining light on the situation. And I do feel that it could be any one of those combinations, but definitely like now I'm feeling there's definitely someone out there that was in the King of Wands energy, like someone that took a long time to settle down and wanted to be in a relationship, and then found out that their partner was the one that was cheating and was stepping out, that type of energy. And they had a major blind spot about this because I figured this out a while ago from doing all these readings, that love definitely is blind. You know how they say love is blind? Yes, it is. Scotoma is when you can't see something. And he might have been busy working on something and just really thought, hey, this Queen of Pentacles is totally trustworthy. I totally trust her. She would never, and this doesn't necessarily even have to be about love, but it could be about, a business as well, so just take it however it is. But there was some sort of scotoma there. I feel that it could be you were in business with someone and in a relationship with them and found out that there was a third-party involvement here in some way, and it affected both the business and the relationship. And there was like a scotoma is a blind spot. Sometimes we have them in our eyes, and it's like the pixels just are a little bit blurry, but they're just pixels. So unless it's in a certain part of the eye where it's really prominent, sometimes we don't notice the blind spots. And that's how love is. Sometimes when we feel like we're in love with someone, we can't see something about them. And so that's what this is about. You can have scotomas in relationships with people where they can see something about, everybody can see something about this person, but you can't see it. Or you're the only one that can see something about this person that no one else can see. And this can also be like nobody can see it and everybody can see it. So now I feel everybody can see it, and whatever happened is I feel like it's done, or if it's not done, it's going to be done soon, because this is saying it's already starting. If there hasn't been any information coming in, it's going to be coming in soon. All right. That's this reading, infidelity basically, or it could be also to do with a business, something you love to do or be. All right, give this a like and comment if you've enjoyed it. It's a story that happens every day that is in life on planet Earth. I do hope you've enjoyed it. Give it a like and comment if you have. Consider subscribing if you resonate. I'll be back with another random shift for you soon. Bye for now.